So you're all healed up, but I saw images of you broke your foot, right?
Yeah, I broke my foot jumping off a stage at Coachella.
Jumping off from how far?
I can't really remember how high it was, but I think it was quite high up.
Don't people catch you usually when I see people jump from stages and the whole thing you're supposed to... There you are.
Yeah, I'd also taken off my top as well. So I think there was a kind of like, there was a moment when I was like, because I told everyone in the crowd to kind of take something off, and then I took something off and I realized like, oh, the rest of the band still have all their clothes on. I better get down there with everyone else. So I threw myself off quite forcefully, and I felt something go. Yeah, it was a funny moment.
Wow. And did you stay down, or did you pretend like, oh, you know how people pretend like they're okay when they hurt themselves?
Well, I don't know. I just kind of kept running because I felt. And it was like, I think I was going on adrenaline. I definitely felt like I'd done something, but, you know, you couldn't just really stop. So I did like a whole lap of the crowd, and everyone was screaming and throwing clothes everywhere, and I had my shirt in my hand, so I couldn't really just, like, stop. But I did do a rock fall, like I think you might have saw it like that.
Yeah.
I just couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah. That was not like a dramatic thing. That was
no, it was real, yeah.
You just stopping. I have to go to Coachella. You just made it sound really interesting. Never been before. Well, you're amazing, and thank you so much for being here. And congratulations. This is a fantastic CD. Everybody in the audience is going to go home. How beautiful. Can we just talk about, just real quick, sorry, I prematurely gave that away because I wanted to talk about the song that you just sang, and I think I know what it's about, but do you want to tell people what it's about?
Okay, so I had a little bit of time off in between records and like left to my own devices with time off. Like I've discovered I can be like somewhat self-destructive, perhaps, I don't know. We had a party at my house that went on for, I mean, it's funny that there was loads of water there because it was the summer, and at some point there was like a hose introduced, so there was a lot of water everywhere, like all over the floor, so that kind of makes sense to me, that performance. But then at some point, you know, we, as you do when you're not making rational decisions, we decided we should leave the house. And not having performed in a while, there's a good thing and a bad thing is there's a tiki bar really near my house that has like a local band playing. And I hadn't performed in a while, and they were playing a version of Get Lucky, and I was like up there like a shot. Someone gave me, I think, a shot of tequila that I did and then threw over my shoulder, and then I crowd surfed off the stage onto nobody. And then I just went back to the house, and the party kind of carried on, and, you know, there was more water, and I kind of thought I'd gotten away with it. And, you know, in that space, I was like, okay, well, that was like, I went a little bit far, but, you know, I mean, the house is completely destroyed. We kind of recreated it in the Ship to Wreck video, where I'm fighting a kind of demon version of myself. So if you watch it, you'll get an idea of what the house was like, because that's my actual house. And I was like, oh, cool, well, that was just a bit much, and there's like a lot of things are broken, there's water everywhere, but, you know, at least, like...
Nobody will ever see that.
At least no one will ever know, yeah. And then I got a call from my manager a couple of days later that was like, hey, I know you do a lot of covers, but I really haven't seen this one. Have you done, like, a cover of Get Lucky recently? It's everywhere. And I was like... And I'd forgotten I'd done it. Like, I'd forgotten. So I was like, I have. Yeah, I have. It's not the best cover I've ever done. But I mean, yeah, it's a good song. How does it sound? But I don't think I knew the words very well at that point, and it was basically a lot of screaming, and then, yeah, a crowd surf onto about 5 people. So, yeah, I mean, that's what, and then I kind of was in, you know, and then I was just thinking about, you know, I have this life and I have this nice house, and what is it that compels me to sometimes just want to completely sort of destroy everything? And it's fun, but then when you're sitting there in the repercussions of like your kind of everything, you're a bit like, maybe there's, I don't know, got to figure some stuff out. So I guess that's what that song is about, is that actual specific night. I wrote it about a couple of weeks later. So there you go.
That's what I thought.
That's
exactly what I thought.